You do not need motivation. You need direction. Why motivation feels so unreliable? People spend time waiting to feel motivated. They tell themselves they will start exercising when inspired, study when focused, or begin a goal when the mood arrives. Sometimes motivation appears, but often disappears without warning. One productive day, then 3 unproductive ones. The goal feels farther away. Motivation is treated as success's foundation, yet it's inconsistent. The problem with depending on feelings, energy, confidence, and mood change constantly. So many mornings ready to accomplish everything. Other days, simple tasks feel difficult. If progress depends entirely on emotional state, consistency becomes almost impossible. Should your future depend on how motivated you feel on a particular day? Probably not. Direction provides stability even when motivation disappears. What direction actually means? Motivation is emotional. Direction is intentional. It's knowing where you want to go and moving toward it, even when excitement fades. Someone with direction doesn't need to feel inspired every day because the next step is clear. They understand the purpose behind their actions, which keeps them moving when emotions are unreliable. I've noticed this while working on long-term projects. The excitement at the beginning is always strong. New ideas feel exciting, progress comes quickly, and staying committed seems easy. But after a few weeks, the excitement naturally fades. The work itself becomes more ordinary. That's when direction becomes more valuable than motivation. The people who continue keep moving. Many people start goals inspired by a video, book, or conversation. That initial excitement creates momentum. The problem is expecting that feeling to last indefinitely. Motivation is designed to begin action, not sustain it. Long-term progress depends on routines, habits, and clear direction, not emotional intensity. Once people understand that difference, they stop worrying every time motivation decreases. Being busy is not always the same as moving forward. Someone can spend an entire day working without getting closer. Direction helps separate meaningful progress from unnecessary activity. It answers an important question. Is this helping me move toward the life I actually want? Without direction, effort becomes scattered. With direction, even small actions begin adding up over time. People often imagine success happening because of one major breakthrough. In reality, progress comes from small decisions. Choosing to study for another hour? Going for a walk instead of staying on the couch? Reading one more chapter? Practicing one more skill? These decisions rarely feel dramatic, but over months and years, they create noticeable differences. Direction helps people make these choices even when they do not feel particularly motivated. When someone understands why they are working toward a goal, ordinary tasks begin feeling different. Waking up early, exercising, studying, or practicing no longer feel like isolated chores. They become connected to a larger purpose. Purpose changes the meaning of effort. The work itself may stay the same, but the reason behind it becomes much stronger. That makes consistency easier because every small action contributes to something bigger. One common misconception is that highly successful people wake up feeling motivated every morning. The reality is probably much less dramatic. They experience low energy days, frustration, and self-doubt. The difference is that they continue following their direction anyway. Their commitment is based on long-term intention. That distinction often separates consistent progress from repeated starting and stopping. Discipline is often misunderstood as forcing yourself to work constantly. It's connected to direction. It's the ability to continue acting according to your priorities instead of your emotions. That doesn't mean ignoring rest or pretending difficult days don't exist. It means recognizing that feelings change while meaningful goals require steady effort regardless. Direction gives discipline a destination instead of making it feel like endless, hard work. Today's world offers constant distractions, notifications, social media, entertainment, and endless information. Because there are so many ways to avoid difficult work, relying on motivation becomes even less effective. Motivation struggles against distraction because both are emotional. Direction works differently. It helps people decide what deserves their attention before distractions begin competing for it. That clarity becomes increasingly valuable in a world filled with interruptions. One surprising benefit of having direction is that it reduces unnecessary decisions. Instead of asking yourself every day whether you feel like doing something, you already know what matters. The decision has been made in advance. That creates mental freedom because less energy is spent debating. More energy is spent acting. Life feels less chaotic when your priorities remain stable. Many people believe they need motivation before they begin working. Often the opposite is true. Action creates motivation. Once someone starts moving, progress becomes visible, confidence grows, motivation naturally returns. Waiting for motivation first can keep people stuck for days or weeks. Starting, despite low motivation, often creates the emotional momentum they were waiting for all along. You do not need endless motivation to build a meaningful life. You need direction. Motivation will rise and fall because emotions are naturally unpredictable. Direction provides something dependable. It keeps you moving when excitement fades, when progress feels slow, and when distractions become overwhelming. Once you stop expecting motivation to carry every decision and start relying on clear purpose instead, consistency becomes much easier. In the end, direction does not eliminate difficult days. It simply gives those days somewhere meaningful to go. Thanks for watching.